Oh, the golden child's definitely Mitch. Just an overperformer, I suppose. Yeah, look, he's the benchmark, and if we can all get to that, we'll be killing it. Analytical, serious, nerdy, professional.
I'd like to think genuine. Yeah, that's generally what I go for. You know, I don't try to be anyone but myself.
I do look up to Mitch. I just love his values. Love him.
You know, I'm not the funny guy. I'm not, the biggest social interactor. But, if a customer asks me to do something, or even, internally, someone asks me to do something, I'll work hard and make sure it's done properly. So basically my role is to ensure that the team have a point of contact every day to speed up our response time, make sure that, we can get back to our customers as quickly as possible and make sure that they've got the answers when they need them. So I started in customer service and then eventually got my way into the sales team. And then as part of that, I moved up to Sydney and did the New South Wales state sales manager role in the end. During COVID, that was obviously a trying time, and Kembla was really good enough to allow me to relocate to a rural area. We wanted to give our kids the best chance we could at living, what is a really good upbringing out in the country.
Favourite pipe song when you're on the road?
I listen to a lot of SEN, the 24-hour sports show.
I listen to sports.
I'm listening to John Farnham at the moment.
I listen to almost everything and anything these days. I used to not even be a country fan, and for whatever reason, the last 12 months, I like country now. Something goes with the sheep and the llamas.
Down on my knees, I got my arms stretched too.
I got Miley Cyrus on there too, though. I can just imagine the amount of crap I'm going to get from the boys. Hey mate, did you get that order? I'll go to the warehouse now. Hey hun, I've just spoken to a customer. I've got to rush a tool over to site. I'll be home a bit late, but I'll be there as soon as I can. I'm on the road at least every second week, if not sometimes quite a few weeks in a row. Obviously not what I'd like, with a wife and a young family. It's a constant juggle. A lot of the time it's about, all right, where do I put my energy for the day? My trips are generally trying to get as many of those meetings in as possible. Dealing with the urgent on the day-to-day, but then at the same time trying to have as many of those planned meetings. My boss Adam is really good. He puts a lot of trust in us to get out there and do what we've got to do. They've got stock in the branches now, and so we were pretty keen to start to get you guys some customers. Did you want to go ahead with some on-site training for next week? So we get out there before the project starts, do it with that initial team, and then we'll come out and do it a couple of weeks later once the project's in full swing. So today we're running some initial training. So we've got one of the plumbers that use our KemPress system. They like to make sure we always get out there and do training with the plumbers before anything starts copper-wise. Have you guys got a KemPress tool on site? Yep. So what we'll do is we'll go over the standard installation process. We want to be a step above the rest in terms of offering on-site support and training. And when you've been on sites and you've seen angle grinders and hacksaws and all sorts of stuff being used, you sort of need to make sure that everybody's using the tube cutters, as that's really what you're trying to achieve, is a straight and clean cut. It's more about making sure that every single site is treated the same way, and that way when they kick off on the copper installation, everybody that's installing and touching these tools knows how to use it and install it correctly. So that's what a finished and complete press should look like. So yeah, there's plenty of times where we try to do our best to go over and above with our customers. I'm going to look like a shrimp here. These guys will encounter problems. So, we've got a laboratory at Port Kembla that's at their disposal when they need it. Come back to them with technical reports.
So every 40 minutes, they take a sample out of the furnace and it goes in this machine, which is called a spectrometer, and it gives off vapor that is detected. And from that, you can tell the impurities of the metals in there. So it's very rare that we reject anything.
Can I grab a double cheeseburger with bacon, a side of chip and a Coke? Yeah, you've got a spicy mayo or anything like that? That'd be great. Oh, don't film me while I eat. you don't want to affect your day-to-day too much, what you've got planned for that day. But at times, if you've got to move things around to make sure that customer gets what they need, then even something that's just come through this morning is, the copper price is constantly moving. The need for copper just keeps going up and up, and that pushes the price up with it. So never a pleasant conversation, but at the end of the day, when the commodity price moves, we have to move with it. So, okay, thanks, mate. Yeah, I'll send you an email now. We can talk about it further tomorrow. Bye. The plumbing world's a fun one because a lot of the time you don't get that notice that you need. These guys are often dealing with, less than 24 hours notice. So we really need to be able to react quickly at times. I certainly enjoy the KPI side of things. I'm a person that's very competitive and likes to win. And if I can, tick off those sales targets that we've put together as a team and individually, then, that really, ticks a box for me that I really enjoy. So I think that's definitely one of my driving motivators and keeps me going each day. I've spoken to the customer. They've got an urgent crane lift they need for 1 o'clock tomorrow. The store didn't have sufficient stock for what they needed. So basically we've had to arrange a truck to go out there as soon as possible to make sure that they don't miss their 1 o'clock crane lift. Hey, did you get those delivery details to the warehouse? Yeah, they can't afford to miss this crane lift. So those crane lifts are very important. A lot of the time they're scheduled with these windows where you can't miss. And if you miss, you're in some serious trouble. Hey mate, did customer service call you about that urgent delivery? Yeah, they need it tomorrow. Can you just make sure that we get that on the truck ASAP? It's probably the fun part of the job, to be honest. You don't want it to be boring. I don't think I've ever had a boring day with this job. Hey mate, yeah, got some really good news. I missed you. One of the things is I've always wanted to repay Kembla for, the trust they've put in me to do the role. I grew up with my dad running his own business. You see what it takes to make $1. Yeah, it really builds a work ethic in you that you get out there and the money doesn't just turn up. I want to succeed in the plan that we've put together, the targets that we've set for ourselves. I think that's definitely one of my driving motivators and keeps me going each day.
One word to describe Matt.
Matt Hamilton?
Beefcake.
Ripped.
I wouldn't say cocky, but is he going to hear this? White teeth. They may have been purchased, these teeth.
You can't ignore the guy's physical presence.
And he loves to win.